This week on 49ers Sac-Hi Sports, we have highlights from basketball state final games, including Elk Grove playing for the Division II state title and Modesto Christian in the Open Division, looking for its fourth state title in program history.
We will also have spring sports coverage, including Davis and Rockland in baseball. We'll introduce you to our players of the year for the winter season and count down our top dunks of the year. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Braunstein. We start tonight out in West Sacramento, where the River City Raiders baseball team comes into the week with a 3-2 record. The Raiders featuring talented senior Freddie Rodriguez, who's committed to play at Cal Poly next year.
Pioneer starts off its season undefeated at 2-0. Junior Carson Timothy is a fierce pitcher for the Patriots and can also hit very well. Timothy gets the start on the mound for the Pats' early week game against River City on Monday afternoon. The River City Raiders taking on undefeated Pioneer on a sunny Monday afternoon. Bottom of the first, the Raiders have a runner on first when Tyson Mayberry rips one down the right field line. Lance Sabatke races around second and into third base. Mayberry with a stand-up double. But starting pitcher Carson Timothy strikes out the next batter and gets out of the first inning jam. Here is Timothy at the plate. Carson chops one through the left side, and the Patriots trying for the hit and run, but the ball is missed, and Raider catcher Nate Pelt guns the runner out at second. But Pioneer returns the favor in the bottom half of the inning. This time it's Ryan Pearson behind the dish throwing out the base stealer. We remain scoreless, and here is Riley Stevens up to bat in the bottom of the fifth. Riley smokes one the opposite way over the head of the right fielder. The senior slides into third for the triple. But here is how Pioneer gets out of it. A botched suicide squeeze. Pearson runs down the runner and ends with a very athletic somersault. So we are scoreless heading into the top of the sixth. Pearson at the plate now. Ryan hits it high and deep to right, and it's past the outfielder. Pearson strolls into second base with a stand-up double. Two batters later, there are two on for Andrew Van Court, and the freshman comes through with the line drive up the middle. Pearson and Matthias Michel come in to score. 2-0 Pioneer. Relief pitcher Xavier Wong gets out of the inning with a strikeout, so the Raiders have some work to do as we head into the bottom of the seventh. 2 outs. The bases are loaded after a couple of walks and a hit by pitch. JJ Torrente hits a soft grounder to short, and Torrente beats the throw at first. That allows Wong and Bryce Sabatke to score. Winning run is at third base, still 2 outs. Nate Petts belts the ball through the 5-6 hole, and Stevens strolls home. River City with the walk-off win. All 3 runs coming in the 7th inning from the bats of Torrente and Petts. River City improves to 4-2 on the season after the exciting finish.
Brian Mueller saying hello from Elk Grove Tuesday afternoon, where the Thundering Herd are trying to make it a 3-0 start against Turlock. And the Swings were singing early on, already up 2-0 in the second. Bases loaded for Corey Williams. He finds a hole on the left side to drive in 2, and Elk Grove leads 4-0. Same score later in the inning. Andrew Hutchinson keeps the hit parade going with a base hit through the right side. That scores Williams, and it's 5-zip. Fast forward to the 5th, it's 8-0, but the Bulldogs start to bark back with the bases loaded. Griffin Sotomayor sends this to the gap in right center. 2 runs come in, and it's 8-2. Later in the inning, Cody Sims smacks this one to left. Sotomayor scores to make it 8-3. To the 6th now, it's 8-5 now. Sims up again with 2 on and 2 out. He hits it down the line again. That will play 2, and Turlock is down just a run. The Herd trying to get out of this inning. Caden Peterson grounds it to third, but the throw is off the mark to first. Runners from second and third come in to score, and the Bulldogs have a 1-run lead. They would score 2 more in the inning to make it 11-8. To the 7th now, one last chance for Elk Grove, but they have the bases loaded with 1 out. Sims makes a nice stop up the middle to get an out, but a run scores, and it's 11-9. Next batter, and it looks like this will end the game, but the Bulldogs can't get the out. Another run comes in, and the Herd have the tying run at second. But next batter, Dustin Newsom ends the drama with a K, and the Bulldogs can breathe. They come all the way back from down 8-0 to win an 11-10 thriller.
Tracy area sports coverage is presented by Tracy Toyota off Freeway 205 in Tracy, with you all the way. Up next, crosstown rivals Tracy and Kimball battling it out on a sunny Tuesday. It's the battle for Tracy bragging rights. Top of the second, Kimball's Bianca Quintero with a runner on hits a blooper to left. That puts runners on first and second, but the Tracy catcher, Vanessa Lang, gets her team out of the jam by gunning down the base stealer at third. No score in the bottom of the second. Ava Mendoza hits an absolute laser to the left side. A couple of pass balls puts Mendoza on third, but freshman pitcher Alexa Contreras ultimately strikes out the side. Yes, I said she's a freshman. The Bulldog starter is as veteran as they come. Hannah Schaller with her 5th strikeout through 3 innings. It was a pitcher's duel early on. Bottom 3 slapper, Kasea Fa'asasila chops one through the left side. Vanessa Lang heads into third, and that's a double for Kasea to put 2 runners in scoring position for Alyssa Donovan. Donovan with a hard grounder to the second baseman, a tough backhand play, and Alyssa is safe at first. Lang scores. Tracy goes up 1-0. Jags looking to get on the board in the 5th. Paloma Sanchez smokes the ball to the left center gap. Fa'asasila delivers a great throw to second, but Sanchez slides in safely for the double. However, Kimball does not score, and Tracy is now threatening with 2 on in the bottom of the 5th. Lexi Mello hits a high, deep ball to center, but Kayleona DePerio robs the home run. An unbelievable catch. It goes down as a sac fly, but wowee, that was a great catch. Next batter is Mendoza, and we saw Ava hit a similar blistering shot earlier in these highlights. This time it's an RBI double as Tracy leads it 3-0. And that would be the final score as Schaller goes on to pitch a shutout thanks to excellent plays like these. Alyssa Donovan with a catch in foul territory up against the fence. The Battle of Tracy ends in a 3-0 Tracy Bulldog win behind the complete game shutout from Hannah Schaller.
Time now for the Players of the Week. These players are chosen for their standout performances from games played last week. Our first Player of the Week is Hector Serrano Martin from Whitney Soccer. The Wildcats won the Division I NorCal title game last week. Hector scored 2 goals in the 3-1 win over Watsonville.
Our second Player of the Week is Aisa Silva from Elk Grove. The Thundering Herd beat Center 5-0 last week. Aisa pitched a shutout, allowing just 1 hit and striking out 17 batters. Aisa tallying up 40 strikeouts in her first 18 innings of work on the season. Aisa Silva and Hector Serrano Martin are this week's Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us important tips so athletes can perform at their very best.
Here's Dr. Joseph Donnelly with this week's Stanford Health Tip.
Ankle sprains are seen in many sports, most commonly in hard court sports like basketball and volleyball. Typically, the athlete's foot is twisted inward, causing an injury to the ligaments on the outer aspect of the ankle. Symptoms include pain, swelling, bruising, and at times, the inability to bear weight. Appropriate treatment of ankle sprains initially includes ice, elevation, anti-inflammatory medication, and a period of immobilization, usually in a walking boot for about 10 to 14 days. Appropriate physical therapy rehabilitation is critical to prevent recurrent ankle sprains and chronic ankle instability.
Coming up, it's the Open Division semifinal game with Modesto Christian taking on top-ranked Camp Malindo, and then we head back to the Diamond for Grant and Antelope. This is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Put an end to junk sleep at Mattress Firm. For a limited time, get a king bed for a queen price or a queen bed for a twin price and save up to $500 on our wide selection of top-selling brands. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase up to a $499 value. Or shop hot buys and get up to 50% off, like Sealy Queen mattresses starting at $324.99 or Sleepies at $199.99. In stock for fast delivery. Only at Mattress Firm.
Modesto Christian is on a crusade for the Open Division State Championship. The Crusaders are the 3 seed and are just 1 win away from the finals being played at the Sacramento Arena Saturday night.
Modesto Christian must first win the NorCal Championship and have to get through top-seeded Campolindo on the road. The Crusaders traveling to Moraga Tuesday night for the NorCal Open Division Championship game. It's our first SunPower Electric game, and our Parker Ream was there.
Electric game.
A trip to the ship. That's what tonight's all about between Modesto Christian and Campolindo. Both teams enter the CIF State NorCal Regional Championship with impressive resumes. I'll tell you about the home teams first. On Campo's side, they have not lost a game since last year. December 27th to be exact. Senior stud Aiden Mahaney is a large reason why. He's averaging 16 points per game. He'll look to lead Campo to another big win tonight. On the challenger side, Modesto Christian has a stud of their own, and he's only a sophomore. Jamari Phillips is averaging almost 24 points per game. The potential NBA prospect is hoping to play in an NBA arena on Saturday at Golden One. You guys know the drill. It's Modesto Christian taking on Campolindo in this week's SunPower Electric game. Modesto Christian looking to hand Campolindo their first loss to a Northern California team since 2020, but the Cougars are the top seed for a reason. Dominic Sanguinetti, a nice dish down low to Clay Nafziger. The real matchup all night was exactly what I mentioned in the intro, though. Aiden Mahaney and Jamari Phillips, and Jamari wins the battle with a sweet turnaround fadeaway. Later in the quarter, Jamari finds the big man, Prince Osaya. We've seen him dunking all season. Here it is again. He throws it down. MC up 15-12 after one. Second quarter, Aiden Mahaney got going. He steps back for three. That shot is smooth like butter. On the other end of the court, MC gets an answer. Jamari Phillips, the step back three of his own, and the Crusaders take a 9-point lead into the half. Third quarter now. The ball is tipped out. BJ Davis tries to save it, but it's right to Clay, out to Shane O'Reilly, and there's that guy again. Aiden from the wing, he drains it. Here comes Campo. Mahaney made money moves in the third, down just 40-37 now. Aiden drives in and gets the contact and one. He had 11 points in the quarter alone. Campo up one now. Mahaney makes a mistake. He tries to save it, but the ball finds its way to Manasseh Atete. He knocks it down for three. MC led by two heading into the fourth. Under 3 minutes we go. 47-46 Campo. BJ Davis drives in and gets the layup through the contact. Crusaders lead. Fast forward to under 30 seconds left. Put the ball in the playmaker's hands and he'll deliver. Jamari sends Mahaney flying, then drains the three-pointer, falling away. MC up 6 with 20 seconds to go, but Mahaney would not let this slip away. Ice in his veins, he hits the three over BJ Davis, so they get one more chance. 3 seconds left, down three. Mahaney's shot, can he tie it? Just rattles out. Major props to Alex Argondar picking up Mahaney after the shot. Incredible sportsmanship, no matter the team. Modesto Christian holds on to punch their ticket to the state championship game.
We didn't get to get there last year. Me doing this for my family and my team, my coach and my teammates, and literally my brothers, it's the greatest thing in the world. And doing this as a sophomore is the best feeling ever. I can't even explain it.
For the SunPower Electric game, I'm Parker Ream, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Antelope Titans and Grant Pacers with a Friday afternoon game under gorgeous skies. Top of the first, Grant has a runner on when Leo Ruiz hits a grounder that gets through the right side. Jonah Ardoin comes in to score. Pacers up 1-0. A few batters later, Emiliano Gonzalez hits a ball to the left side. Shortstop Andrew Lockhart makes a good play on it, but Gonzalez is safe at first. Ruiz scores. 2-0 Grant. Starting pitcher Seth Bamowski strikes out the batter to limit the damage, which was good because the Titans get all those runs back in the bottom half. Runner on first. Lockhart hits a high, deep ball to center. That's deep enough to score. Bamowski from first base. Lockhart goes into third head first and is safe. Next batter is Aiden Senor. Aiden hits it back up the middle for the RBI single. Skipping to the top of the second now, Grant with a runner on third. Maurice Davis demolishes this ball to left field. That's out of reach of the left fielder. Ardoin scores, and Davis has himself an RBI triple to put the Pacers back on top. Then it's Ruiz picking up his second RBI of the day, 4-2 Pacers. But same story in the bottom half. Lockhart singles through the left side, plating Samowski. Lockhart with 4 hits on the day, a homer shy of the cycle. Jumping to the fourth, Antelope ahead 8-7. Second baseman Alan McGuire makes a great play on this pop-up, a beautiful over-the-shoulder catch. But Grant says, hey, I could do that too. This time it's the left fielder, a high fly ball to left. Emiliano Gonzalez tracks it down and catches it with his back towards the infield, Willie Mays style. style. But this game belongs to the Titans, up 11-9 in the bottom of the 7th. Relief pitcher Jason Witten gets the strikeout for the 21st out, and Antelope improves to 4-2 on the year. Aiden Sonora and Lockhart with 2 RBIs apiece.
Coming up, meet our Sac-Joaquin section Players of the Year for the 2022 winter season.
Then it's Pleasant Grove and Vacaville meeting in softball. But first, take a look at our final Sac-Joaquin section girls basketball top 10 poll.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we're in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
We are in the last week of winter sports for the 2022 season. It was a fun ride full of unforgettable moments and performances. And after careful consideration, we have chosen the 10 athletes who performed better than all the rest. They are our Players of the Year for the Sac-Joaquin section.
Yeah, the decision very tough.
Very, very tough. Sleepless nights.
I did not sleep at all for like a week when we were deciding this, but we decided, and we split the section into a north and a south region, with Stockton being the dividing line and part of the south. So here are the players we thought were the best of the best from the north.
Here are the best of the best from the north.
Derek Claxton, Intercom High School.
Our North Boys Player of the Year was a dominant force on both ends of the court for one of the most dominant teams in the area. Derek Claxton averaged nearly 22 points a game, along with 7.5 rebounds and nearly 2 steals for an Intercom team that fell just a few wins away from a state title.
We knew this when we got to high school, pretty much, like how we were going to turn out, how special our group was from the start.
Derek may not have started playing AAU ball until his freshman year, but the seniors game has been on a constant ascent since he was a kid.
Just playing every day by myself, pretty much. I got brothers at home. It's always competitive. It's always been in sports.
Derek can play a number of positions on the court and is looking forward to continuing his career in college, wherever he decides to go.
I'm just waiting for the right fit. Just keep the process going.
Tegan Brown, Oak Ridge High School.
Tegan Brown is our North Girls Player of the Year. The Oak Ridge senior guard averaged more than 18 points per game this year for the section champion Trojans, their first title since 2010.
My proudest moment was obviously winning sections. I wanted to do that so badly, and we got it done.
Tegan earned the nickname Downtown Brown for her three-point prowess, but she's versatile enough to score from anywhere on the court, meaning downtown sometimes has a different zip code.
Some days I'd be downtown Tegan Brown, some days I wouldn't get off a three, so it was just like so hit or miss. And then sometimes I would hit like 6 of them, and I was like, I don't know. I just went along with it.
Tegan has already signed on to play with the University of Washington next year and would like to thank her mom and dad, Oak Ridge head coach Steve White, and all of her teammates and friends for helping her along the way.
Manuel Alejandro Gomez Jr., Liberty Ranch.
Our North Boys Soccer Player of the Year helped lead Liberty Ranch to their first section title since 2013 and a league title to boot.
It's a blessing to win it all and win league and sections. That was our goal from the start, you know. It was get that cap since the start, you know, this cap season.
The Hawks Ball Hawks scored 13 goals along with 3 assists this year. The senior has a mindset befitting the number 10 on his jersey.
I mean, my mentality is just get that ball and score, you know. It's my passion. It's what I do. I play with all my heart out there. leave it all on the field. I always play with 110.
Emmanuel hopes to play soccer in college and make hay of the opportunity. He wants to study business so he can one day start a company in the equine industry.
My plan B, if it's not soccer, is to go get my own brand of horses, get my own ranch, and start breeding my own brand of horses and start selling them.
Susie Long, McClatchy.
Susie Long is our North Girls Soccer Player of the Year. The McClatchy scoring machine tallied 16 goals and 6 assists this year and leading the Lions to an undefeated season in league and a Metropolitan Conference title.
It was really exciting. We had a really nice group of girls. We all wanted to win, especially for the coach. We wanted to do it for her, so it was a really fun experience.
Susie is not only working on her game constantly, she's also watching the game as much as she can at the highest level. She's a huge fan of the English Premier League.
I used to have a transfer addiction where I would go on my mom's computer every single morning, read all the transfer news I could about every single club. My favorite team is Arsenal, and I've been following them since I was in 4th grade, and I just love it, and my passion just kind of grows every day with every game and every second I can play.
Susie is looking forward to playing one more year at McClatchy and then continuing her career in college. She can't reveal her school yet, but says she's found the place of her dreams.
Zoe Tillery, Laguna Creek.
Our North Scholar Athlete of the Year has some basketball acumen to go along with her academics. Zoe Tillery helped lead Laguna Creek to a D2 section championship this year.
I love my team. We're like a family. We definitely had a great season, great way to end the season. We just push each other every day. We all just make each other better all the time.
Zoe averaged 17.5 points per game along with nearly 4 steals in her senior season. Not bad for someone who started playing the game reluctantly thanks to her siblings.
They would always try to make me dribble and play, and I really did not want to be honest, at first. I wanted to be like such a little girly girl and cheer. And I ended up really loving basketball. Ended up figuring I was kind of good at it.
Zoe also isn't bad when it comes to her classroom performance. She boasts a 4.5 GPA, and it turns out her motivation for those good grades was also all in the family.
For school, what motivated me a lot to have really good grades was my brother, because he was really smart. My competitive self took it as a challenge. I have to have better grades than him. I have to have a better GPA, and so I just made sure I was always on top of that, always on top of basketball, and now I can always have bragging rights for family reasons.
Brian Mueller here at Vacaville Wednesday afternoon as the Bulldogs looking to be the top dog on the diamond against Pleasant Grove. Vacaville down 1-0, bottom 2. Aaron Weisman pokes it through the left side. Michaela Freshour comes in to score, and we are tied up. We'll skip ahead to the 4th now. Eagles up 3-2 with a runner on for Savannah Newman. And just as soon as we say hello, Newman, we say goodbye to the baseball. A 2-run shot, and it's 5-2 PG. Later in the inning, a runner on now for Alana Tua. She blasts this to dead center and gone. Another 2-run homer, 7-2 Pleasant Grove. And the Eagles keep on going airborne at the plate. Still in the 4th, it's Lindsay Paredes' turn to take off. The third 2-run home run of the inning for PC, a 7-run 4th, and it's 9-2. Meanwhile, Mindy Bryan was holding it down in the circle, gets the K to keep Vacaville at bay in the bottom half of the inning. To the 5th, here's Newman again with 2 on, and she goes oppo to right center. That brings in 2 more, and the Eagles are now enjoying an 11-2 lead, part of a 5-hit game for Newman. And she's only a freshman. Vacaville responding in the bottom half of the inning. Freshour dumps this into right. That drives in a run, and the Bulldogs are a little closer to the 6 now. Paredes up again, and this looks familiar. It's a 2-dinger day for Paredes. That makes it 12-3, 3 RBI in the afternoon. But when the Bulldogs were able to keep it in the ballpark, the defense played well. Natalie Aguayo laying out for this one and comes up with it. The defensive play of the game. But the Eagles learned their lesson and they just hit it over the outfielders. Tua drives in another with a double. And behind a 19-hit, 4-home run attack, Pleasant Grove takes it 13-6.
Coming up, our Mattress Firm Perfect Match, the Elk Grove Thundering Herd playing for the Division II state title.
Then we'll show you the best dunks of the year. But first, here is this week's Spirit Corner featuring the Antelope High School Dance Team.
Tracy Toyota, we're not just devoted to selling cars. We're committed to our community. We're donating $100,000 to help local organizations in Tracy. We call it Champions Thanking Heroes. Here are some of the heroes that we've supported for their commitment to the community. We're even donating $50 for every vehicle sold. Check out our great lineup of new Toyotas and get specials like this during the Ready, Set, Go sales event. Shop in person or at tracytoyota.com. Tracy Toyota, with you all the way.
Put an end to junk sleep at Mattress Firm. For a limited time, get a king bed for a queen price or a queen bed for a twin price. And save up to $500 on Sealy. Or shop Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America, and get a $300 instant gift. Plus, pay only $1 per month for the first 3 months with 0% interest on Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy. Ask a sleep expert how. Only at Mattress Firm.
49ers Sac-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stanford Healthcare, #1 in Northern California for orthopedics. And by SunPower, proud sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers.
Elk Grove is just one of 2 Sac Joaquin section schools to take home a NorCal title. The Thundering Herd defeated Branson 60-54 at home on Tuesday and are now just 1 win away from earning the big one.
Amir Britton racked up 25 points in that NorCal championship game. DeJohn Lott Jr. had a double-double. Both will look to have even better performances in the Division II state title game Saturday night. Each week we scour the section for the perfect match on the court, just like Mattress Firm wants to find you a mattress that is your perfect match. This week's Mattress Firm perfect match is the Division II state title game between Elk Grove and Foothill from Santa Ana.
Parker Ream back at Golden 1, this time for the state championship games. Elk Grove looking to win its first state title ever. They'd have to get past Foothill first. Having a beast in the post, well, it helps. Amir Britton's shot is off, but DeJohn Lott there for the cleanup. But the 1 seed out of SoCal didn't just lay down. Cruz Billings driving against Britton. The scoop shot is good. Count it, plus the foul. Next possession down the court. Britton with the sweet crossover step back. Splash. He nails the 3. Elk Grove led 13-7 after 1. Second quarter we go. Elk Grove up 3. Britton stops and looks and finds Jordan Hess wide open for 3. Cash. But that wasn't the last we'd see of Jordan in the quarter. With a little over a minute left, it's Carlos Cepeda finding Jordan at the top of the key. He nails another 3 ball. Under a minute now. Isaiah King being double teamed. That's how you know someone's open. Guess who? It's Jordan Hess again for the floater. He had 8 of his 10 first half points in the second quarter. The Herd led by 5 heading into the break. In the third, Britton drives in and kicks out to Cepeda on the wing, and he buries it. Foothill only down 2 now. Enter Amir Britton. Another big-time crossover step-back 3. That one's in, and a minute left in the third. It's Britton showing off his athleticism. The double-clutch reverse layup, and then on the other end, championship hustle. This is what wins you games, folks. Gets the steal and the timeout. Elk Grove up 8, heading into the final quarter. In the fourth, Foothill showing some fight. There's Cruz again driving the lane, and the tough finish through contact. Another and 1 opportunity, but Elk Grove was just too strong. Fun fact, that basket by Carlos was one of 2 actual baskets in the fourth. The Herd made 15 free throws to seal the deal as they take the D2 state championship.
We've been working hard all year. It's just surreal, and it's a blessing to be here with my brothers that we worked all year for this. It's just surreal, honestly. It's hard to get the words out.
Congratulations to the Elk Grove Thundering Herd, the Division II state champs. That was thrilling.
That was an exciting game. We're going to keep the excitement rolling as we show you our best dunks of the year. We had probably around 30 to choose from. Our sports reporters Parker Ream and Brian Mueller show you the best jams of the 2022 winter season.
Boy, am I excited to bring you the 49ers Sac-Hi Sports Jams of the Year. Now let's start with strawberry. Now, I know where you're thinking, strawberry, normally way too sweet, right? Well, let me tell you about...
Whoa. Brian, I hate to stop whatever this is, but you know we're not talking about these jams. We're talking about slams, throwdowns, like what a high school sports show would talk about.
I wish someone would have told me that.
Well, no need to have any sour grapes about anything. Without further ado, here are the top basketball jams of the 2021 season. those are the top jams of the year.
And if you need any jam recommendations, email me.
Coming up, it's Modesto Christian looking to win a state title in the Open Division.
Then you'll meet our Players of the Year for the South. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports will be back in a moment. We saw Modesto Christian pull off an exciting 3-point win over top-seeded Campolindo earlier in the show. The Crusaders earning the NorCal Open Division title with the win and now a shot at the state title.
Modesto Christian taking on Centennial from Corona, California. The Huskies are really good and have only one loss on the season. The Crusaders looking to topple the Huskies in the state Open Division title game played at the Kings Arena Saturday night.
Mark Willis breaking this one down for you. All eyes on Centennial's Jared McCain, but super sophomore Jamari Phillips has stepped up in big games all year long. Early on, Phillips' three-ball was on from deep, but Modesto Christian trails 11-3 early. But Modesto Christian keeping it close thanks to three balls like this. B.J. Davis splash. Crusaders down 3. Donovan Dent of Centennial swoops in for 2. The lead is back to 9. B.J. Davis had a great first half for the Crusaders, scoring off the glass here. MC trailed by 8 at the half. Third quarter, Jared McCain pulls up and hits this 3, and Centennial extends the lead to 11. You can feel the tide shifting on this play as MC's Alex Argandar's pass connects with Modesty Iti, throws it up, it gets the contact, it falls. The crowd loves it. It's a 6-point game. Modesto Christian down 7. Jamari Phillips for 3. No, but no one blocks it out. He gets the rebound and puts it back in. With 5 to go, BJ Epson, Jamari, and the super sophomore with the flush. MC's down 3. Modesto Christian comes roaring all the way back as Prince Osaya grabs the miss and scores it. Gets the foul. 3-point play. This game's tied at 46. But that would be as close as the Crusaders would get. Jared McCain pops in the 3-ball. The TikToker had 16 in the game. To top it off, Centennial's Dent with a sweet dime to Aaron McBride, who flushed it home, and the California Open Division title goes to the school from Corona. Centennial High, 59-50.
It's now time to introduce you to the 5 athletes who make up our South Players of the Year for the winter season. All of our Players of the Year for the fall, winter, and spring will receive their awards at our end of the season awards banquet held May 22nd at Levi Stadium.
Yes, and it'll be on the field. We will have special guests. It'll be very, very exciting. Without further ado, here are the South Section Winter Players of the Year.
You guys know the drill. Here we go. Introducing your South Section Winter Sports Players of the Year. Starting us off is the Birdman from Lincoln to Stockton. Miles Bird is your boys basketball player of the year. The high flyer from the Trojans raises the roof with his dunks, reaching heights that few in the entire section can. Miles averaged 17.2 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 2.8 steals per game in his senior season at Lincoln, while leading the Trojans to their first Tri-City Athletic title since 2017. The San Diego State commit can make plays inside the paint and can throw it down with the best of them. Miles is proud of all he's done to this point, but he says he's most proud of repping that 209.
Staying home was one of my best decisions I've ever made. You know, a lot of kids you see nowadays go to prep schools across the country from where they live. And I think just being able to represent my city, represent my school, play with guys who I've grown up with, known my whole entire life, I think it's a memory you can't get back, and I wouldn't trade it.
We stay in the 209 down the road in Stockton for our girls basketball player of the year. It's Jordan Lee from St. Mary's. Jordan Lee has almost every D1 offer you can imagine, but get this, she's only a sophomore. The standout for the Rams averages 18.1 points and 7 rebounds per game for the Rams, leading her team all the way to the D1 regional semifinals. While her skills on the court look like she's been playing basketball basically since she could walk, Jordan says it wasn't always her passion.
Basketball actually for me wasn't too big growing up. I was a huge track runner just because of a lot of opportunities growing up as a young girl kind of across the country. So as soon as I kind of got to basketball, it was a huge kind of unique thing for me, the whole aspect of really a team. And that's kind of what I gravitated towards more a little bit, and kind of as soon as I started getting into it, really elevating grade levels, different things like that, I really kind of gravitated towards that leadership role, which I've kind of loved and pretty much tried to establish as wherever I go so far. So that's been a huge factor for sure.
From the court to the pitch, we turn to our boys soccer player of the year, Alexis Luna from Modesto High. Alexis is about as complete of a player as you'll find in the entire Sac Joaquin section, and the stats certainly back up that statement. Luna had an absurd stat sheet, finishing the season with 30 goals and 21 assists, willing the Panthers all the way to the section title game. Through his fancy footwork and leadership on the field, Modesto High finished with a winning record for the first time since 2016. According to Alexis Luna and Danny Rojas from Ted Lasso, football is life.
I mean, it's pretty much my life. I've played since I was like 4 years old, so obviously I would just go to school and wait for the class to end so I can go play soccer with the team. So I think everyone just worked hard at practice, and in the games everyone communicated, did their part. Also, the coaches, everyone, we kept playing the same system that was working, and I think that was a huge part of our success in the league.
On the girls' side, the star power shines from Modesto to Stockton, where we find our girls' soccer player of the year, Caitlin Garcia. The forward for the Lincoln Trojans put up eye-popping numbers on the pitch, tallying 34 goals and 11 assists in her senior campaign. Caitlin's leadership helped Lincoln secure a share of the Tri-City Athletic League title and fueled their Cinderella run all the way to the D1 SJS Finals. She says she's thankful for the girls that made this season so special and the memories they made along the way.
It was an amazing team this year. Like, our defense phenomenal. Like, probably one of the strongest defensive teams that I've played with. And being a forward, just going against them at practice definitely helped me develop skill in being able to understand how the defenders work and how they move. My mom actually sent a picture to me and she was like, "Katie, that's you." And I was like, "Oh, that is me." I was like, "That's so cool." My coach was texting me, and my confidence, I was like, "I can do this." I'm not just I'm not gonna stop here. I wanna go on in college and continue to play.
Last but certainly not least, the star senior from Calaveras, Jay Clifton, is the Scholar Athlete of the Year. Jay's accomplishments on the court speak volumes, but it's his work in the classroom that also turns heads. Jay maintains a 4.0 while continuing to amaze on the basketball court. Clifton's senior season was a memorable one, breaking a school record with his 45-point performance against Argonaut, scoring his 1,000th career point, and leading Big Red to a share of the Motherlode League title. Not easy getting it done on the court and in the classroom, but Jay says staying on top of both is going to pay off in the long run.
I think it's huge, especially for someone that's not necessarily the biggest guy or anything like that, for colleges to look at. If there's a kid with a 2.0 and a kid with a 4.0, probably gonna go with 4.0. So I think it just helps me keep an advantage of trying to get recruited and stuff. This year my role, I feel like it kind of changed it more into a scoring role, just kind of having the ball in my hands a lot, creating and stuff. So I think it'll be about the same. Hopefully I just improve my game to make everything a little bit more easier.
Each week we present the Scholar Athlete Award.
This week's Scholar Athlete Award goes to Boston Graff from the Whitney boys basketball team. Boston sports a very impressive 4.1 GPA.
Coming up, our second SunPower Electric game as we head back to the Diamond for Davis and Rockland.
Then it's River City and St. Francis meeting on the softball field as 49ers Sac-Hi Sports rolls along.
We've got a problem, America. Junk sleep is what you get from a bed that isn't right for you. Keep calling Kevin Keith. Junk sleep. Left your laptop on the bus? Junk sleep. Can't straight think? Slunk Jeep. What you need is real sleep. So maybe it's time to ask yourself, did you get out of the wrong side of bed this morning? Or the wrong bed altogether? Mattress Firm. Unjunk your sleep.
Sac-Hi! Let's go! Stop, lean on it! Lean on it! Let's get it! Climb it up! Climb it up!
Welcome back to Levi Stadium, heading back to the baseball diamond where the Rockland Thunder look to get on a roll. The Thunder with a tough preseason schedule, dropping their first 3 games against very good teams, but are on a 1-game winning streak heading into the week.
That's right. The Thunder taking on Davis in a Monday night matchup. Davis looking for its first win of the year in our second SunPower Electric game. The game played under the lights at Sutter Health Park. Our Mark Willis was there.
Electric game.
Hey, thanks, guys. This week's SunPower Electric game is under the lights here at Sutter Health Park, where the Davis Blue Devils take on the Rockland Thunder. It's an early season test for the young but talented team from Davis. Corin Karsten is one of 13 juniors on this Davis team. As for Rockland, they are loaded with D1 talent. Stanford commit Torrin O'Haron can beat you in so many different ways, along with UCLA commit Peyton Brennan and UC San Diego bound Brandon Larson are deadly with the sticks. Well, that's enough of that, so let's get you to the SunPower Electric game. Larson takes the ball for the Thunder. As for Davis, they give it to Brian Chin. Bottom of the first, Jack Peterson on third for Rockland, and Brandon Larson grounds the first. Max Schreiber makes the putout. Peterson comes in to score 1-0 Thunder. But Chin would get his revenge, striking out the batter for the third out of the inning. Brian had 4 punch-outs on the night. To the second we go. 2 on for Rockland's Jake Shack, who singles to left. Dominic Hinman comes in to score. The throw is cut off and thrown down the line, allowing Aiden Frost to score. Thunder up 3-0. In the third, Davis on the attack. Chin up at the plate, and he smokes one to the wall and right. Houston McCray comes in to score from second, and Chin picks up a double on the play. Blue Devils down 3-1. Time for some defense now, as Rockland's Jack Hyde singles to right, but it gets a little bit greedy as Brooke Ochoa picks up the ball and throws a C to Cohen Karsten for the out. To the bottom of the fifth we go. Larson at the plate. Shaq on third. He lifts a fly ball to right. The play is made as Shaq tags and scores for third. 4-1 Thunder. And that would be the insurance run Brandon Larson would need. As he strikes out the side in the sixth, Larson goes 6 innings, giving up 1 run and striking out 8. In the seventh, it got a bit tight. Bases loaded for Davis, but Jack Derby was able to wiggle his way out of the jam, picking up the save for Rockland as they win 4-1 over the Blue Devils. We caught up with Larson after the game.
I was kind of getting behind in batters, but then I learned to, just throw the fastball, get ahead, and then kind of work the changeup, curveball off that. Defense played great. I mean, no errors, made some spectacular plays, and, just a good team win, so happy about it.
For the SunPower Electric game, I'm Mark Willis, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Parker Ream out at St. Francis for some softball action. 3-1 River City taking on the 3-0 Troubadours. First inning, the Troubies got off to a fast start. Hope Jenkins at the dish. She slaps it up the middle for the base hit, the first RBI of the game, and some fantastic base running all around. Everyone's safe. Next batter, Alex Garcia loops one into shallow center. That brings in Grace Jenkins, and it's a 2-0 ball game. We head to later in the inning. 1 on, and Kayla Garber takes this one deep. The 2-run homer brings Alex in to score, and the Troubies were feeling it. They take a 5-0 lead after 1. Top of the second, Veronica Weiser at the plate right here for River City. She loops one, but check that play out. Francesca Guerrera, the diving snag. The throw from her knees, and she gets the double play. Wow. Bottom of the second we go. St. Francis continuing to swing those bats. Grace gets a hold of one, and the double brings in 2 runs to score, and the Troubies go up 7-0. Then it's Hope again with a runner on third, and she delivers to make it an 8-0 ball game in just the second inning. We fast forward to the bottom of the fourth. Hope at the dish again, and she hits it far. It's deep. That one is gone. A solo homer, and the Troubies are 1 run away from the run rule, but not so fast. River City would have something to say about that. In the top of the fifth, Kayla Macias, the absolute bomb to left field. That one's a no-doubter. The solo homer gets the Raiders on the board, but in the sixth, all they had to do was close it out. Amy Abweg had that one all figured out. Strikes out the batter right there. St. Francis adds 2 more runs in the sixth and wins by run rule, 11-1.
Remember, all of the game footage we shoot is available for purchase on our website. Go to 49erssacchisports.com. We will send you the entire game digitally.
Follow us on social media for lots of fun and exciting content. Our Instagram story is a great way to keep updated on scores, news, and so much more. 49ers.Sac-Hi is our handle on Instagram and on Twitter.
Coming up, it's Placer taking on Del Campo.
And then Whitney and Oak Ridge meeting in girls lacrosse. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. We'll be right back.
The Placer Hillman graduated many top players at the end of last season. The team may be young, but it's still very talented. Sophomore John Handy and junior Jake Graham are 2 returning starters looking to lead the team to a league title.
The Hillmen are young, but they can play.
They can play.
Just like the Giants from way back when. The Del Campo Cougars were playing the Hillmen this week. Juniors Anthony Martinez and Matt Mozar both batting .400 in their first 3 games of the season. Del Campo hosting Placer on Thursday.
The manager's laying down the laws with the umpires before the game. I'm Mark Willis, and I'll be breaking this one down for you. Cougars send Matt Moses to the mound. 3 up and 3 down for the righty. All 3 with the whiff. Bottom half of the first, Del Campo threatening as Moses stands on second. Anthony Martinez smacks a single on the left. Moses comes all the way in to score. Cougars lead it 1-0. Del Campo ends up batting around the order in the first inning as Hayden Hughes shoots a single to center. Luke McCord comes in to score, and the Cougars jump out to a 4-0 lead after one. In the second, more the same for the swinging Cougars as Thomas Martinez at the plate, and he drills the pitch past the diving third baseman. The ball goes all the way to the wall. Surreal Haro and Tyler Moore come in to score 6-0 Del Campo. But wait, there's more. With McCord on first, Hayden Hughes steps back into the batter's box and unloads on the pitch. He hits it deep and into the bushes over the left field wall. It's a 2-run shot, and just like that, DC leads it 9-0. Now in the bottom of the third, Del Campo with a commanding lead. The base is loaded for Logan McCord. Steps up. The senior all-everything delivers a banger to left center. We go off the wall for a triple. That scores Luke McCord. Hayden Hughes. It's now 14-0 lead for the Cougars. The next batter is Robbie Perry, who cranks one to left field and over the outstretched arms of the defender. Ski. Logan comes in too. When Brandon Bailey comes in to record the final 3 outs, it's all over as Bailey gets the last out looking, and a little handshake from the coach as Del Campo wins big at home. We caught up with the winning pitcher and the slugger after the game.
It's getting ahead in the counts, a lot of the batters, locating my fastballs late in the count, and getting to swing over the top of curveballs. And my defense worked great.
We were just very prepared in our practice yesterday. We really focused on just getting our at-bats down and our two-strike approaches down so we could do well in today's game.
Thank you.
Brian Mueller here at McClatchy Thursday afternoon as the Lions welcome Christian Brothers into their Diamond Den. Top one, runner on for the Falcons. They're trying to take a base, but Malcolm Moore is up to the task. The Stanford commit cutting down the runner at second to keep Christian Brothers off the board. Bottom one now, Lions lead 1-0 when they plate another on the wild pitch. Anthony DeSantis comes in to score, and it's 2-0. To the second now, Falcons trying to get the running game going again, but Moore not having it, erases his second potential base stealer of the game. Later in the inning, Falcons have a runner on second with 2 outs, but more good defense by the Lions. Jalen Hodges picks it at third, and McClatchy goes back to the dugout, still up 2-0. Bottom two, DeSantis launches this one to left off the rolling office sign, but Cooper Jennings gets it back in quickly, and they get the out at the plate to keep it a 2-run deficit. Top three, Sean Lohr cruising on the mound for McClatchy, picks up the strikeout here. He will go 3 scoreless, only 2 hits allowed. To the third, it's 6-0 McClatchy now when Gabe Henderson strokes this to center. That drives in Mason Ogihara. Fourth inning now, McClatchy really pulling away more. He can hit a little too, on base all 4 times and gets an RBI single here to make it 12-0, and that would be the final in 5 innings, a dominating win for the 5-0 Lions.
Past four games, we've been seeing the ball real well, drawing walks and stuff, timely hits and everything, and then just click today. So if we keep all those things together, we're just probably going to go far this season for playoffs and stuff.
The Oak Ridge Trojans looking to improve to 3-0 on the season, taking on the Wildcats from Whitney High School Thursday. Whitney with the free shot just a minute in. Maddie Mackus is given the honors, and Maddie converts. It's 1-0 Whitney. But Oak Ridge on the board just a minute later. Tori Ross goes around the outside, bounces it into the net. We are knotted up at 1. Ella Rutherford now searching for an open look. A beautiful pass in the crease to Katie Miranda, and the junior fires it home. The score is 5-1 after Jaden Lang gets the pass from Alex Young and weaves her way through traffic before putting it in. The Trojans starting to run away with this one early. Rutherford up ahead to Natalie Mancinelli, and Natalie gets one of her 2 goals on the night. Trojans looking for more before the end of the half, but Wildcat keeper Chloe Castle says, "Not in my castle." 15-1 Trojans at the half, and more of the same in the second half. Rutherford and Lang with a little give-and-go action before Ella scores her 3rd goal on the night. We have a freshman who wants it on the action. That's Annika Tanner with the lefty shot. And finally, Brooklyn Price passes to Sage Barden in front of the net. Sage scores, and Oak Ridge dominates this game. 23-1 the final out in El Dorado Hills. 13 different Trojans, all with at least 1 goal, and here is the captain after the game.
I think one strength of this team is we're all a really tight unit. We play club together, and I'm really proud of that this year because we have a lot of freshmen, we have a lot of sophomores. We're a really young team. We're obviously trying to win SAC League this year and make it as far as we can in CIF. This is an awesome team. We're going to try to go all the way in sections this year.
Coming up, we'll choose the play of the week. This could be the play of the week. Then again, maybe not.
But first, take a look at our final Sac Joaquin section top 10 boys basketball poll.
Time now for the play of the week.
It's the Maniac Mark Willis naming off some contenders and then awarding the play we thought was the best of the best.
Tracy's Alyssa Donovan, the slide, the catch up against the fence, great play. How about River City's Nate Petz with the walk-off base hit over Pioneer. Natalie Aguayo, the layout for the ball, makes the diving catch for Vaca. St. Francis shortstop Francesca Guerrero, this is great, the diving catch, then throws the first on her knees for the double play. Oh, but it's all about Kendall's Kaylee Ann DePiro. She makes the diving catch up against and over the fence, robbing a home run of Tracy. Kaylee, you get the play of the week.
That was one of the best catches I have ever seen.
So she caught it
She did.
in play and then went over the fence, so it counts?
Yes, well, technically, she just has to be in contact with the fence before she falls over. That is the rule. And so,
She played softball. She
robbed
knows.
home run. All right, that's 49ers Sac-Hi Sports for this week. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Brownstein. Join us next week as spring sports takes center stage. Plenty of baseball, softball, lacrosse, and volleyball highlights you won't see anywhere else. We'll see you then.